Hey, what's up, everybody? Before we dive in, let me hit you with a cold, hard fact, something that's going to blow your mind. And that is that 70% of YouTube channels never reach 1,000 subscribers. That's right. 7 out of 10 people who start a YouTube channel are basically talking to an empty room. But you're not going to be one of them, not if you're watching this. Now, I can already hear some of you say, but Gary, the market is saturated. It's too late for me. Stop right there. Now, I'm going to show you why that's not true. In fact, stick around because I'm going to show you how to really blast past that 1,000 subscriber mark faster than you can smash that like button. And here's the thing. In the world of YouTube, hitting 1,000 subscribers, that's not just a vanity metric, right? It's not about stroking your ego or maybe impressing your friends. No, it's much more important than that. It's the key that you're actually onto something, right? That you're on the right track. It speaks to your credibility and it could lead to real business opportunities. I mean, think about it. When you hit 1,000 subscribers, it means that you've actually built an audience that trusts you, that listens to you. And if you're selling a product or a service, they may actually buy from you. So today, I'm going to show you how to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm going to reveal exactly how long it took me. I'm going to show you the steps I used to get there. And it's important to know that my business channel, it's not just any business channel or a general one. Mine is a very small, very specific niche, right? I make videos for entrepreneurs. The niche gets smaller than that. They're early stage entrepreneurs within about only the first 3 years of business. And then it goes down further because 95% of my audience are entrepreneurs who are either bootstrapping or they're self-funding. So I share that with you, not to try to impress you in any way, but just to show you that if I can hit 1,000 subscribers in the short period of time that it took me in this micro niche that I am in, then you'll definitely fly past 1,000 subscribers because chances are you're in a much bigger niche than me. And this isn't going to be some fluffy believe in yourself talk. I'm going to give you actionable tips that you can implement right after this video. Now, hey, if you're new to my channel, this is Startup 3. I'm Gary Smith. I'm a U.S. Army veteran. I'm a business and marketing adjunct professor, and I'm an entrepreneur. So if you like what you're learning so far, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. That lets me know to go ahead and continue creating content like this for you each week. And make sure to stick around to the end because I'm going to share with you my real numbers, my real calendar dates, exactly how long it took me to hit 1,000 subscribers and beyond that. That said, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. YouTube is too saturated. In fact, every minute, 500 hours of content are uploaded to the platform. That's insane. And I get it. It's like trying to appear in a stadium full of people shouting at you all at once. And I talk with new creators all the time because I'm in a group with other YouTubers we're all trying to learn. We're all trying to improve. And I hear a lot of the same complaints, the same experiences over and over, that they're putting out content, but it's like shouting out into the void, right? No views, no engagement, no subscribers, and it's getting frustrating. And I get it. Especially if you're a new business owner, you're trying to use YouTube to get your message out, and maybe you're trying to grow your brand and an audience, it can be demoralizing. And maybe you're not getting the type of growth that you want. So I understand where you're coming from, but here's the thing. The problem isn't the platform. The problem is usually going to be your strategy, or more accurately, your lack of strategy. You see, when people approach YouTube, they do it like it's a lottery, right? They throw up random videos in the hopes that one goes viral, but that's not how successful channels are built. Successful channels are built with things like intention, with strategy, and with a plan that works. And I can't tell you how to get to 5,000 or 10,000 or 20,000 subscribers because I'm not there yet. I have less than 4,000 subscribers at the time I'm recording this today. But I can definitely teach you how to get to 1,000 subscribers because I've already done that. So let's break down these strategies that actually work because that's where the value is going to be. So number one, optimize your titles. Your title is your first impression. It's like the headline of a newspaper. It needs to be catchy, but it also needs to be clear. So use keywords that your audience is actually searching for. For example, let's say that you're in the fitness niche. Instead of a vague title like my workout routine, try something along the lines of, the 20-minute workout that burned 1,200 calories. You see the difference in that second title? It tells the viewer exactly what they're getting and why they should care. But here's a pro tip. Don't clickbait. If you promise something in the title, you better deliver. Because trust me, viewers can smell BS from a mile away, and they won't hesitate to unsubscribe if you waste their time. Number 2, thumbnails are your billboards. In the YouTube game, your thumbnail is prime real estate. It's like the cover of a book. And yes, people do judge a book by its cover. So make your thumbnails pop. Use contrasting colors, use clear text, and facial expressions that really tend to evoke emotion. A good thumbnail can double your click-through rate. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to make a video about making money online. Don't just use a picture of a computer. Show a person who's looking excited, holding a wad of cash, with text that says something along the lines of, I made $10,000 in 30 days. All right, that's going to grab attention. And let me show you some of my own, because there's a direct correlation between when my thumbnails begin to look more catchy and professional and how they looked at the beginning. They were horrible. They were very bad, and they were boring. And you can definitely see the difference in these two images here. Now, there's really no comparison between the two. Number 3, the first 15 seconds are everything. Okay, this might be the most important thing I tell you today, but you've got 15 seconds to hook your viewer. That's it. That's all you've got. After that, they're gone. They're watching other videos. They're on to watching your competitors. Now, why 15 seconds? Because that's the average attention span on YouTube. It's brutal, but it's reality. In those first 15 seconds, you need to grab them by the collar and say, hey, you need to watch this. So how do you do that, right? Well, you start with a bang. I'm not talking, firecrackers. I mean fireworks, right? And here are 3 proven ways that I've found to do that. Number 1 is share a bold fact or a provocative question, right? Something that makes them stop and think. For example, when I started this video, I said, let me hit you with a cold hard fact that's going to blow your mind. 70% of YouTube channels never reach 1,000 subscribers. Now, if you're someone who has a YouTube channel or you're thinking of growing one for your business and you want to know how to get 1,000 subscribers, well, you're probably still watching for that. Number 2, share a shocking statistic. Numbers grab attention, especially when they're unexpected, right? So let's say that you're in a business niche. Now, you could start with something along the lines of, did you know that 96% of businesses fail within 10 years? In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how to be in the 4% that succeed. Now, if they want that information and that resonates with them, they're going to be interested to go ahead and continue watching your video. And then third, tease an unexpected outcome. Now, I don't often use this method only because it's not very natural to my personality, but I see a lot of creators do it with great success. So this is much more about creating curiosity. Now, you want them to think, how did they do that? I need to get more information. For example, you could start a video by saying, in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how I turned, $100 investment into $10,000 in just 30 days. And the best part is that you can do it too with zero experience. Now, wouldn't you want to keep watching if that's something that you were inclined to do? But let me be clear. You want to be authentic to who you really are, and you don't want to say anything that isn't true. Now, this isn't about clickbait. So don't promise something that you can't deliver on. If you're going to say, hey, I'm going to reveal a $10,000 secret, you better have a $10,000 secret. Trust is very hard to build, and it's super easy to lose. Your reputation matters, so don't squander it for a quick sale or a couple extra clicks. But here's another example. Let's say that you're doing a video on productivity. Now, you could start with, what if I told you that you could work less but be more productive? In this video, I'm going to show you the counterintuitive strategy that helped me double my output while cutting my work hours in half, right? It's something along those lines, right? But write it down first. But you see what I did there, right? I challenged a common belief. I promised a specific outcome, and then I hinted at a counterintuitive strategy, right? That's the hook. Now, here's a pro tip. Don't just think it out like I did there. Test it, right? Write it out and then test it on other people and see if their eyes light up. And if not, you may need to go back to the drawing board. Remember, if you don't get their attention in those first 15 seconds, the rest of your video doesn't matter because they're not going to watch it anyways. So spend as much time as you need to, maybe as much time as the whole rest of your content on working out that first 15 seconds. Remember, think of it like the newspaper headline or maybe a sales pitch. It's the opening. It needs to be sharp, it needs to be compelling, and it needs to make them want to learn more. So if you master this, you'll also start to see your view duration skyrocket as well. And on YouTube, view duration is the name of the game. Now, number 4, engage, engage, engage. This is where many creators drop the ball. They think their job is done once they upload the video. Wrong. That's where the real work begins. So treat your comment section kind of like a networking event. Respond to every comment, especially in the beginning. Ask some great questions in your videos. I should actually take my own advice and do that more. And then respond to your viewers in the comments. That part I do all the time. Now, the reason this matters is because YouTube's algorithm loves engagement. So the more comments, the more interactions that you're getting, on a video that you put out there, YouTube will promote it. And it also helps build community within your audience, right? People like to feel that they're part of a conversation, not just watching a monologue. And then number 5, collaborate strategically. This is a powerful way to really grow your channel fast, right? So find creators in your niche with a similar subscriber count, and you can propose collaborations that add value to both your audiences. For example, let's say you're in the real estate niche. You could very easily collaborate with someone who's in the finance niche. You could do a video on how to invest in real estate with bad credit on your channel. And then they could do a video maybe along the lines of how you can get into real estate and make $1 million on theirs. Right? You see how that works? In doing this, you're being exposed to a new audience that's much more likely to subscribe. And then number 6, consistency is really non-negotiable. Right? Think of it as almost like the backbone of your YouTube success. And I'm not just talking about the quality of your content, right? I'm talking about how you show up. And I get that you have a business, right? You maybe have a side hustle, you have a day job. Maybe you have all of those combined. I know what that's like. And it requires significant time. But I encourage you to set a posting schedule and stick to it, like your life depends on it, because your channel's life really does. So whether that could be once a week, it could be 3 times a week, whatever it is, be consistent, right? Your audience should know when to expect new content from you. So think about it like this. If you watched maybe a favorite TV show of yours, but it aired at different times throughout the week, how long would it be before you got frustrated and maybe just stopped watching, right? So treat your YouTube channel maybe like a TV show. Give your audience a schedule that they can rely on. But let me break this down a little further for you, because there's a reason why consistency is so crucial. And I found 3 reasons we're sharing with you. First, it builds trust, right? When you show up consistently, you're telling the audience, hey, I'm here for you. I'm committed to this. And that builds that bond, right? The trust is there. Second, it trains the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, that mysterious force that can really make or break your channel. It loves consistency. So whether you post regularly on YouTube, it starts to see your patterns, right? And it'll know what to expect from you and when. And it's much more likely to recommend your videos at that point. And then third, it also creates a habit for your viewers. And as human beings, we're creatures of habit. If you know when content is coming out, maybe every Wednesday at 2 p.m., right? They'll start to incorporate that into their routine, right? They'll look forward to seeing it. They'll plan for it. And I know what some of you are thinking though, but Gary, what if I run out of ideas? What if I can't keep up with the schedule? So let me tell you something. Successful business owners, successful creators or YouTubers don't wait for inspiration, right? They sit down and they create, and they do that whether they feel like it or not. Now, one strategy I'll share with you is batching your content. You could set aside maybe 1 or 2 days a month, and you could film, multiple videos. This way you're way ahead of schedule and you're not scrambling at the last minute to try to put something together. Now, I personally don't do that because of the type of channel I have, right? My channel focuses on entrepreneurship topics that are relevant and timely, for this week, for what's going on right now. So I normally film on Mondays, and then I edit throughout the week, and then I drop my video on Thursday morning. But create a schedule that works best for you. Whatever that is, make your own schedule. Because look at the most successful YouTubers in any niche, whether it's, maybe Mr. Beast, Peter McKinnon, pick your favorite. What do they all have in common? They all show up, right? Again and again, like clockwork. But here's the kicker, right? Consistency doesn't mean you have to post every single day, right? Quality still matters the most. It's better to post one great video one time a week than to post 7 mediocre videos, right? So find a schedule and then stick with it. And let me preface by saying, I get that life happens, right? Things come up. When it does, when there's an emergency, okay, go ahead and deal with what you need to, but then get back on track. You know, I recently had a flood in my house. It took me about 3 weeks to get my house back in order. Then I got sick. In fact, you can probably still hear it in my voice. But then I got right back on track. I started, recording and putting out videos again. So I would say, think of it like this. You know, a successful YouTube channel is not a sprint. It's a marathon, right? It's not how fast you can run. It's about how long you can run, consistently, having that steady pace. So decide right now, when you're going to post. Are you going to do it once a week? Are you going to do it twice a week, once a month, whatever it is, decide what that is, put it on your calendar. I recommend putting it in writing, and then make that a part of your schedule that's non-negotiable. Because here's the truth. Your audience isn't just subscribing to your content. They're also subscribing to you, to your commitment. So set that example and don't let them down. And then number 7, use end screens and use end cards. These are powerful tools for driving subscriptions that most new creators either just ignore or they don't even know exist. You can use these to really direct viewers to other parts of your content. You can add a subscribe or a call to action. I mean, think of it like this. If somebody's watched your entire video, they're probably interested in what you have to say. That's the perfect time to really invite them to maybe subscribe or to check out other videos that you have. Now, I'm going to guess what maybe some of you are thinking. Gary, this all sounds great, but does it actually work? Well, yeah, it actually works. I posted my first video on January 31st, 2024, but by the end of May, I had 55 subscribers. That was it. 4 months in, that's all I had, but I kept at it, right? And the next month, my numbers started to grow. I had a video that did really well, exceptionally well. I reached over 1,000 subscribers on June 29th. And then July and August were also good months. And now it's mid-September. And this has been 7.5 months since I posted my first video. Now my subscriber count is just over 3,700. So you've got to be patient at the beginning because those first few months, they can be pretty slow. But then you should start to really kind of pick up steam as your content improves, as you learn more about your audience, as your thumbnails get better, as you develop your skills in making titles, and as you really develop your skill set overall in terms of YouTube. Now, try to think of it like any other skill that you've learned or developed in your life, right? It takes time, right? It takes research, it takes effort, and I'm learning as I go as well. And I'm just trying to share with you what I've learned so far. So I hope that you found something useful out of this. But if you want to know more about how to launch, grow, and thrive during your first few years in business, just click or swipe the screen and watch this next video.